I know, but yeah.
For the first one,
Let's go.
Right,
Tell you
hello
what, right? Now this is what we're doing. Here we go again. Right? That's what they do, don't they? Yeah. Right.
right.
Good morning. Can I introduce Mr. Bland here, who is part of the Great Commercial Disasters Studio, and a wonderful, wonderful editor, Karen, who you cannot see sitting in the corner, and my name's Peter Johnson. What we're going to do today is get a couple of run-ins and from the new studio.
Yeah.
So as you can see here, it's Great Commercial Disasters, and if you can see Blandy there quite neat, and me there, see that's us, and this is what we're going to do for the next year, different ones. Now, Blandy, what we're running across today, what we're doing, is it unlucky in luck?
So the pilot is unlucky in luck because we have had companies for 10 years together, and we haven't, they're not always commercial disasters, are they? They're not always commercial. We have been unlucky. So some of the times, yeah, we have been shite, and you could blame us for quite a bit of it. Maybes. We like to have a laugh and joke at the same time. But we've been unlucky in luck on quite a few. On the big deals, I'd say.
On the big deals. Now, what we've looked to do is look to see through history the commercial disasters, and there's tons. Now, why we came together is because everybody on social media have made millions. You know what I mean? I think some little girls dancing around, put a bit of money on there, and they're making 100,000 a month. Is that really true? So what you don't hear about is the shite. The shite.
You hear about how good people are, and oh look at me, I've made this money, and dear me to make $20,000 and stuff like that. And no, we've gone through the shit. We've seen the shit.
We've seen the shit.
And we know what really goes down.
It's true.
So,
and that's what this podcast is going to be. It's going to look at some of the historic stuff. It's going to look at some of our stuff, and basically have a howl about it, and take it from an easy point of view.
Yeah.
And understand: are we atypical? Probably are, because we're shite. Probably, but are we not? But this is where we're going to try and find out. Later on in the podcast, we might try and get people to ring in. We're going to have some guests come to talk about how shite they've been, and we are going to also build in the next couple of months the Wheel of Shite. Now the Wheel of Shite,
and bollocks of the week.
Bollocks of the week. The Wheel of Shite will be in the middle, so we'll tell a story about either us or somebody else in history, and we'll judge it by the Wheel of Shite. We'll spin it. There'll be a clacker board, and that'll determine how shite that really is. So that's what we're doing for the next year or so.
You see, do we do it that way, or do we have our topics up and spin the Wheel of Shite, and then that is the topic of the day? Because then everyone's knowing that is a life story. We haven't just made it up. It has happened to us, and we relate it to the facts that are out there and shit that's out there now.
Yeah. So just to keep it lighthearted as well, we're going to look at bollocks of the week or bollocks of the month and rant of the month, because we hear lots of stuff, and Blandy will tell you he takes the piss out of me because I watch Bloomberg. So there's lots going on. So
watch Bloomberg every morning.
Watch Bloomberg every morning.
Finchy's Bloomberg corner. Right. So this is if I don't mind me interrupting, I think we need to also present what our actual screen names are, because you are Pete Johnson, but also known as Finchy, aka Miles Finch. The reasoning behind that?
Could you tell me the reason behind that?
So if anybody's watched the movie Elf, when the company goes through the shit, which a lot of our businesses have, and you need a problem solver, a good problem solver. On the movie Elf, when they can't get the right poems, they bring in Miles Finch, who is a little dwarf, very good at his job. And I'm not kind of pigeonholing Pete's size here, but he is a little Geordie Ewok. And yeah, so we've had a few issues on NHS contracts, DHL contracts, big satellite contracts, and we bring in Miles Finch. So hence the name, aka Miles Finch. He is Finchy.
So Finchy, I'm thinking for that a couple of years, who's this Miles Finch bloke? I'm looking at Bloomberg, I'm looking at all the big economists, is he Ernst & Young? Who is he, Capgemini? No, he's on Elf. So anyway, I'm stuck with the name.
Finchy.
Finchy.
And not to confuse him with the Finchy of The Office, this is Miles Finch, the little fella.
Now you might sort of hear me say, "Can I just pass it across to Professor Bland?" So
You made up Professor Bland. This is your bag.
So could you just tell everybody why we call you Professor Bland?
But I think this is kind of epitomises the name, the Great Commercial Disaster. Professor Bland. I don't usually have a clue about fuck all. A lot of the stuff we have to deal with is technical. I'm a great speed reader, as in the fact I don't fucking read. And yeah, I get put on the spot quite a few times by Finchy, and he goes, and usually my response is, and usually you haven't fucking read it, have you? So will you go away and fucking read that, please? Come back to me and see what you think. So yeah.
Professor Bland went through a phase of doing speeches, and every other technical bit, you'd say, yes, we can do this, and stuff.
And stuff was my go-to word. It was my go-to word.
Your go-to word?
Well, you get nervous, don't you? Still, all these people looking at you. I'm not like a big show-off like you.
Yes.
You get up and
wouldn't you put a big Laura One network in and stuff? So
and stuff.
What stuff?
There's lots of stuff in this in the universe. Stuff and matter.
No, but what we're going to just look at is things of the month. What's looking humorous, what's looking crazy, and what did I do the other day? I did, it was Three-Eye Atlas.
Three-Eye Atlas, the comet that's coming.
Now, Professor Bland was convinced they were here.
It's a spaceship.
It was a spaceship. In fact, it was a piece of rock. It wasn't from the solar system, though, wasn't it? It was from another solar system, which wasn't around. Anyway, that's what we do.
The jury's still out.
The jury's still out.
But anyway, so this is the pilot. Unlucky in luck, to explain why we are here today, and then to kind of overview the next set of episodes. I guess.
Yeah. So, what do you think unlucky in luck? What do you want to talk about on that one?
That we're, like I said before, that we're not completely shite. I'll
write that down.
We're not completely bollocks. I think we do have a bit of a gun-ho, cavalier style approach to business.
Semi-bollocks?
Semi-bollocks, yeah. We are quite trigger happy to tell people to fuck off if we don't agree with what they say.
Exactly, I would agree. Yeah.
Which I don't think's a bad thing. You just got to pick your moments.
Yeah, we don't pick our moments.
You definitely don't pick your moments. You don't pick your moments. You wait till you've had a couple of glasses of wine and you get on the phone. Without prejudice, go fuck yourself.
I always put on without prejudice, all rights reserved, go fuck yourself.
So I think these are little things that we could learn from. You never know at the end of all of this. We may have a fucking business plan and be able to start a business. Possibly. I don't know. But so like unlucky. So what have we been unlucky in? Like we've had that big satellite deal we had, $1.2 million with. We'll have name names. Do we name names? Don't name names. Big satellite company. We travelled to Frankfurt, Paris, Rome, Frankfurt. We shook hands with the CEO 3 times.
Yeah.
It was done, and then for what we believe our Mexican friends got to build a satellite. So this was for a software platform, wasn't it? It was for a software platform. $1.2 million. We were bringing everyone in from the local region, which is Teesside, so supporting the local economy. And then struck on it 3 times, and then the Mexicans didn't put a satellite up in time, so all their revenue for that was gone. So they had to release airtime from another satellite, which is where all the revenue went. Therefore, they didn't have any money for us.
That's exactly right.
So
that's unlucky.
That was unlucky.
That's unlucky. But you know what? We are always good at doing in our heads doing the deal before it's done.
Yeah.
We're always good at that.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the downfalls of what's going on.
Yeah, you never. What's the saying? You never
It's never done until it's done.
until the fat lass sings.
And the fat last sings. Aye,
So-
definitely.
What's another one? We've had another one where we've just been unlucky.
I'm just trying to think. There's been so many.
There's been so many. DHL, another one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we did
DHL.
digitising. The large freight logistics company, red and yellow, Deutsche Post. So they we looked to tag and digitise the movement of a big event. We looked at a racing car provision.
Well,
Did Formula One.
Monaco.
Some of the teams didn't like it. They didn't want to be watched. Didn't want to be tagged. Didn't
Yeah.
want to be tracked.
Yeah.
So we went to the Red Bull Air Race.
Yes.
Which DHL moved the whole lot, and Red Bull owned the whole lot. So that was easier to control, easier to digitise. We did the proof of concept between south of France, Cannes. You went to Austria.
I went to Austria. Then I went to America.
Then you went to America first time and did fuck all. You went and got on the piss with the fucking gadget from the Indianapolis Speedway, didn't you?
Aye.
So then when it got to Austin, Texas, so this is kind of a hybrid of both. Got to Austin, Texas for the last race. I'm with one of the main security guys who were building this for. And he just starts swinging around the phone going, you getting any readings, Pete? And he was like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck's he doing? Just go along with it. Well, what for your tags? Oh, fuck knows. So then we had to go scatting through containers when no one was looking, trying to find these bloody RFID and NFC tags. And he's just going, go along with it, yep, getting readings, no problem.
Randy, find them.
Find them. So anyway, turned out it was a success because when we found the container, what we're watching, when it got moved back to Abu Dhabi with all the race kit on, someone in the port dropped it. And we were able to determine who dropped it, whether it was the port or the DHL. It was actually the port. And we proved, full traceability within the
Container and with the port.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then from that, DHL got a 5-year extension to operate the Red Bull Air Race. Only for Red Bull to pull the whole fucking plug on the whole air race.
Lot.
So again, that was unlucky. Although. I think we rode one look on that one quite a bit.
We did like. Could you just tell everybody when you went to Texas, how did you dress?
Oh, well, I thought Texas was like, hot country, isn't it?
I'll tell you. He turned up in his flip-flops and his shorts. However, there was another Arctic vortex coming into Texas. So, Blandy, who was twice my size, was wearing my kit.
Oh, I mean, I'm short, but I was smuggling budgies a lot. I was walking around the air race trying to nick Red Bull's stash off everyone.
His feet were blue.
Oh, that was cold, yeah.
Everybody's looking at him because he's in flip-flops and there's an inch of ice. Texas.
It was the 1st of December, wasn't it?
That is unlucky in luck.
That is
definitely.
unlucky
When you go to Texas, you think San Antonio's going really nice. Arctic vortex takes it all out.
Again, yeah. Maybe the writing was on the wall.
I think so.
When we flew out there.
Yeah. No, when I don't know when Eddie got done for jaywalking.
When it got done. Well, you were actually worried about being let into the country, weren't you, because of a complication we had with some American predecessors, where we maybe signed something we shouldn't have. I think that was a 1.2 million deal the other way. And I remember you were sweating going through it because we didn't they have a county court judgment out for you for the state of Texas?
No, they didn't.
They had something out for you, and you were skitzing going through. I remember going. I mean, I know we were pissed, but we were going through. You were like, and then when you got through, you're like, thank fuck for that. We went through customs in America. So it's that tight anyway. You're like, I don't know if I'm going to get through yet.
I don't think it was a county court judgment. I don't know what it was.
And they threatened us with something.
Oh, they threatened.
They threatened us
They
with
didn't
it.
do
Yeah,
nothing,
you didn't do anything,
Right.
obviously.
That was my fault. I must admit, it was my fault.
That you could do that as that was a commercial disaster.
Oh, that was a commercial disaster.
Yeah.
Massive. Again, it's down to alcohol.
But alcohol. But yeah, remember we were promised by an Indian company that were going to buy us.
Yeah.
And we hoid our hat in the ring. We tried to back a deal.
We're trying to bargain the deal.
And all right, maybe it's a bit more gun ho, and we jumped the gun, and we didn't have our ducks in a line. But we were again guaranteed.
Yeah, it was guaranteed, then it wasn't.
No, and we were written into that Indian company's IPO.
We were.
For IoT. So that again, that's a kind of a given. That was like, hang on a minute, this is happening. We're getting bought out.
In fact, I went to India and he told the whole company we're buying them connected.
We were written into the. You had to sign the document, didn't you?
I signed it, yeah. It's
And then
part of the IPO.
And then they got the IPO, and then they binned us.
Pulled the ripcord. We had to go.
And we were stuck with a signed software contract for
$1.5 million.
$1.5 million. Fucking hell. Which again will lead on to another episode where we then became the victim of fraudulent activity. But that is for another episode.
Oh, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was incredibly bad.
Gandhi or the Dutch for
Oh, God.
Chin the cunt. Sorry, you might have said that.
No, you can't. Anyway, but yeah, that's us. And the problem is, as you can see, there's a can in his hand and there's a can in my hand. And I'll be honest, I think most of the problems that we've been, it's been brought on completely by ourselves. However, we've done some great stuff as well. So we've done some great business. We're still in business. And we haven't just gone past that quantum point where we could just say, we'll do this for the next 5 years. I think that's been the case because we've used a lot of technology, because we are technologists, believe it or not.
Professor Bland.
And
the technology, even now, what we developed 4 years ago for, we've got technology in Kielder still, reporting, sensors to satellites. Royal Navy. We were 3 to 4 years before our time.
We were.
And half of this infrastructure we put in is kind of more relevant now.
Yeah.
Companies and corporations are adapting better to new technologies. The fact that so we were specialists in IoT, the Internet of Things, sensors everywhere. And now that AI's come along, it's kind of fast tracked that. So again, another unlucky point. We're before our time. So if anyone wants to come and talk to us, we know what we're doing.
We know what we're doing.
We'll take you up to Kielder and leave you there.
Like come back and unlucky and look. We were working with an AI company to spin out from a certain university 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
In AI.
Yeah.
They had patents in AI.
Yeah.
Everybody's made money in AI.
Yeah.
But us.
I know.
But us.
And we've helped these fuckers spin out of a university, commercialise the business, got them gigs. We've got another 2. I think we've gone through 4. I mean, this is another chat to have on another episode.
Another day. What's unlucky and luck?
This is unlucky and luck.
Isn't it?
Yeah, so we've spun out all these kids. And I don't mean to be disrespectful, but they are younger, naive, think you've got a commercial, they think they're clever. They can do what they want, but they haven't got a commercial bone in the body.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Now this is going to go on to what Blandy is going to do in, I think it's about 5 podcast time. And what do you call them?
Fuckers think they're the next Zuckers. But honestly,
it's true.
I mean, we've got a couple of lads from another northeastern university. We've got them a couple of big jobs at Capita.
No.
100k jobs as the first jobs.
No, we were introduced to Capita. In should we say another company?
Yeah.
And they were offered a job and they fucked off.
They offered a job and fucked off, huh?
Aye.
We weren't offered out.
We were.
What the fuck? What was wrong there?
We paid for the bastards to go to London.
Oh, they were in 5-star hotels and lot. Wined and dined them.
Then they fucked off. Look with somebody else.
Absolutely mental. But hey, Is what it is. We are where we are.
Yeah, yeah, and I think you've got to take it on the chin. And a lot of times we just think we tip it out too many. Whereas you've got to understand what the business is going to run,
Yeah.
how it's going to run. And if you think about, we're like technology entrepreneurs to an extent, and you know what? It doesn't always work.
No.
It doesn't always work. But there's things now moving forward which we're doing really well.
Yeah.
Now that's the problem with being unlucky. But I think coming back to what you said, Blandy, sometimes we've been 3 to 4 years in front of the market.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's been a problem what we've had, trying to consolidate with business and moving forward that way. I think that's been the problem.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll tell you now, I have never had such a much of a good fun with this guy trying to do business. That we've gone nuts. In everywhere in the world nearly. I've had a howl even when we're trying to do stuff. And we've done some good stuff. Like I say, we've done stuff with the Navy, which has been absolutely brilliant. Yeah. We've done stuff with the satellite companies.
Yeah. Freight logistics companies. Exam paper companies. I mean, that guy's the one when we were away in the satellite conference in Lisbon, and I took the call, and our car was that fucking hungover, I couldn't remember, and then we arranged the meeting there and then at one of the other government entities. Well, the government's one conversation, we'll have another one after this. We've got a lot to say about government contracts anyway.
Yeah, of course.
And then we turned up at this production facility anyway with these guys. Didn't know who he was, didn't know what he was there for, just knew we were meeting him.
I thought it was an engineering company.
Yeah, exactly, and it was the freight logistics company. So obviously Finchy's on one. Who's this? But have you done your research? Have you checked him on LinkedIn? No. How do you know him? Can't remember. Where's he from? Do not know. He's like, oh, fucking idiot, right? This is all kind of done in whisper form at the water cooler. Right, fucking leave it with me. I'll sort this out, right? And then I don't even think. I just think you went. So where are you from? Who are you again? And then in we went right there. So yeah, that's another little escapade that we had.
Yeah, I think it is. But like I say, we're going to structure it a bit more. This is one of the first ones. We don't know if this is going to go live, by the way. I think it probably will.
This is the pilot to get our feet under the table and see what it's like.
Yeah.
And see how we will. Karen is here to help us structure them.
You can't say Can't is brilliant.
Structure them more in the format, or whether we need any structure, and maybe we don't. And if we go live, we can get people emailing in, or we can get emails for comments and stuff like that, and we can try and maybe give people business advice in future. How to get a job.
I'll write that to you.
Right.
Now, so what I also do is I'm the roving reporter for Great Commercial Dusters Studio. I go all over, and when I see things, I take photographs or I take a video, and we'll try and incorporate that in certain bits, either in this or when we're putting online, and see what happens from there.
So what is a roving reporter?
Sorry?
A roving reporter.
A roving reporter. He just keeps going, he's got his camera with him, and he thinks, what's
Just
that?
loves it.
That's shite. I'll take a shot of that. Or I'll say good stuff. Or I'll do a rant or bollocks of the month, which I've done.
The rants are good.
Yeah, the rants are good. Yeah. I've got, and also I think when you look at, the way I'm going to look at it is the rant. I'm going to look at it, do you know what I don't like? Is adverts. And you look at them, right? Well, you think, oh, I see the message, but the shit behind it is what? I'll tell you a good one, right? Is this new Pure Creations adverts from Natalia? Have you seen it?
No.
They must have brought that Amateur Dramatic Society in to do it, right? And it was probably some low-level director.
Yeah.
And there's a woman saying, oh, hello, Harold. Did you like the funeral of your pal yesterday? Oh, yes, Mildred, yes. It was great. The fucker's in the bath, right?
What, dead?
He's not, he's on his bath because, yeah, Mildred looks through the door. Oh, yes, it was great. And he's getting rid of his UFO, you know. Under foreskin, oh, yeah, Then he says, yeah, I thought was very good. Well, I think we should get one of these pure cremation insurance policies. Oh, yes. And I really loved the barbecue afterwards, especially the sausage rolls. Fuck me. His pal's Dean. He just like the sausage roll. Fuck.
That's mental.
It's really shit. And these things I'll look at and report back as part of the.
But you see, people
Great
paying big bucks for that, and I bet it's all done data driven and all that bollocks and
Oh.
shit. The amount of data driven shit now as well.
Pure cremation adverts. Check them out. They are complete
Shite.
shite.
So, well, we've reached the 30-minute mark on this pilot.
Well, I think
We
that
are.
would be good.
Are we
Yeah.
alright?
And I think what we need to do now is understand how we put all this together and put it online.
Yep.
So that's a job we're going to look at.
We
And-
are, well, we're going to bring in specialists for that from our
Karen.
friends from, well, Karen is the admin. Karen's going to support developing this. And then we're going to bring in, so there's Karen. She's our admin. She keeps us straight, on the straight and narrow-ish. And then, have you just slapped her off? That's HR.
I just kissed her.
All right. HR. And then our friends from C Digital are going to help us get this live through various channels.
Okay.
So
What we're going to try and do as well as we move forward is get some feedback from everybody, which is good. And yeah, we're looking at different things, different people to sponsor us as well, which we're looking very seriously at that. But this has been great.
Yep,
I think that's been a good start.
that's been very
It's
good.
been a good start.
Got rid of the nerves a bit.
No nerves now.
No nerves now. All
Yeah.
happy. So yeah, all good. Signing off.
Signing off. Just remember, Great Commercial Disaster Studio. It's on the podcast where you get your podcasts from. As from the end of this month. That's November of this month, and we've got a full program run through right the way through till maybe November next year. And we'll see how we'll get from there to see if it's still live. Thank you very much.